Hi gaming guys, and welcome to another speed build in predominantly of course straight line performance for Forza Horizon 3. This particular build is a little bit more of a niched one, more of a specialist kind of build because it's not as popular a vehicle, the TVR Sagaris. This is the kind of car for people who aren't necessarily looking just for the quickest car possible, but maybe are specifically a TVR fan. If you are a TVR fan, the car definitely does have a lot of potential. I would say more potential, in fact, basically than it's ever had before on Forza, because as far as I remember, we've never been able to make it all-wheel drive before. I may be wrong, but as far as I can remember, that's the case. Now that we can, along with a far more powerful engine, we've actually made this car into a monster, and it's quicker than the Speed 12 used to be on older Forza games. Now, as far as upgrades, of course, you want to do fairly obvious stuff. High power, low weight, maximum grip, the highest point level, etc. You know the drill. As far as the engine conversion itself, I would recommend the V10 because it quite simply gives you the best numbers. As far as the drivetrain, I would of course recommend all-wheel drive, but again, that's down to personal preference as always. For aspiration, I would recommend the twin turbo. That's not really down to personal preference, that's just common sense. And as far as the rest, just for everything that improves the car. Now, incidentally, if you do want this tune just straight on your car and can't be bothered to follow these settings, well, you can find it on the storefront. So just use the keywords in this video's description to do that. But if you'd rather do it yourself, then of course this is the setup for you. As you can see, it's very quick. 1.8 or close to 1.9 to 100 under 4 seconds, or no, to 60 I should say, under 4 seconds to 100, and a top speed of 267 miles per hour. So pretty rapid to say the least. As far as the gearbox, I would recommend 3.1 on the final drive, then individual gears of 2.9, 2, 1.5, 1.17, 0.95 and 0.78, and then for the rest, as I often do, I've left it wide open for neutral, camber and tow, and then a caster angle of 5 degrees. As far as anti-roll, we've got 31 and 20 with the springs on 133 and 146. The ride height I've got as low as possible, dampers on 14 and 6 respectively, aero doesn't apply of course, and finally for the diff, I've opted for 100% on acceleration and 0 on decel, but feel free to put the decel on 100 as well if you see fit. And as far as the centre split, you can actually go quite high on this one, 87% towards the rear, and you still get great launch off the line. It's a much more beginner friendly vehicle than TVR usually would be, thanks to predominantly the all-wheel drive, and thanks to the engine conversion, it's far quicker in a straight line than it ever has been before. So if you do decide to use this build on your Sagaris, obviously I hope you find it fun and competitive, and if you'd like to keep up with other tunes like this for various Forza games, and also other games as well, then you can do that by, of course, subscribing down below. But for now, as always, thanks for watching.